Mgtow and the nuclear bomb. Objectification is the use of an object for the purpose of gain, treating a person as a thing. Child objectification means to treat a child as a thing. The so-called power a child has sways the pendulum and keeps it one-sided. Men are being abused in the cruelest ways that one can imagine. Torture is an understatement. Mothers are doing some of the worst things to their children, things that a father would never do. But the power of a child, or the power that can be attained from a child in family court proceedings by a mother, by using her child as an object, is sickening. There is a sick phenomena that is occurring right under the nose of society, and nobody is doing a damn thing about it. As a matter of fact, not only is nobody doing anything about it to stop it, but rather there are agencies that are allowing it to occur. False child sexual allegations are rife in many battles of the custody of children, especially very young, vulnerable children. When females know that they stand a bad chance of winning custody of the children, or are not satisfied that they will 100% win custody of children, false sexual allegations of a child are being thrown in the battle for custody. This is the atomic bomb that women are using today. The nuclear weapon that nearly guarantees full custody to the mother. When doing research on this topic, I was actually devastated by many people that deal with these issues, including figures that investigate these matters. I was informed that there is great knowledge that an abundant amount of mothers make these false claims, and that there is knowledge that many mothers coach their children into lying or even believing that the father did something evil to them when he did not. On many occasions I had asked a simple question in response to this knowledge of false sexual allegations of a child. I basically asked, what if the father has incriminating evidence that these false sexual allegations are not true and that they are actually made up? On many occasions the response was words to the effect of, well, if we started charging people for false sexual allegations of a child, then many mothers that have a real case will be too scared to come forward. Yes, this is the response I received. The atomic nuclear bomb is in full effect. What an answer. And I am supposed to be moved, and I am supposed to be scared or intimidated into saying to these people that maybe it would be a great idea to actually do this, to start sifting out the fake from the real. Maybe this would give victims of real child sexual abuse the ability to be looked at, and for the investigators to say, hey, I think we have a real case here. The nuclear bomb of false child sexual allegation is the modern day explosion that is killing men in many ways, psychologically, emotionally and physically. It may be the only thing in a court battle that is pretty much, quote, the stick in the spokes of the wheel, unquote. The nuclear bomb will just float in the air, preventing the father from making contact with his children, and all the while this false allegation will be used as a just in case reason for keeping the father away for many months, up to a year or even years. On some occasions, these men have mind-blowing evidence that these allegations are nothing but a lie. For example, when compared to the timing and to the whereabouts of what is alleged, the father was not even in the same state at the time, and for a long duration of time he was actually out of state while working. But the father has not even been interviewed because it is an unsubstantiated allegation, and therefore he did not need to be interviewed. This father also can prove beyond any reasonable doubt what he is stating regarding to his whereabouts. Another father that I have spoken to can prove beyond any reasonable doubt via audio and video recordings that this nuclear bomb is nothing but a monstrous lie. He has not been interviewed, has kindly asked to be interviewed but turned down because he does not need to worry because it came back as unsubstantiated. This father has not seen or even spoken to his children for around a year. Why? Because of the nuclear weapon that these mothers have falsely fabricated. Why aren't these mothers being charged? Why the pathetically slow process of investigation? Why not accept these evidences? Why not even at least call these fathers up and let them know that an investigation is taking place so that the father may be able to offer some input or even present evidence to give a clearer indication of what is going on? What an excuse to come up with. If we start making arrests for false sexual allegations on a child, then mothers that have a real case will be too scared to come forward. Not long ago at all, a father was released after spending 14 years in prison. He would have still been in prison, but due to the fact that his daughter, who was 3 at the time of the allegations, had revealed the truth, he was set free. She is 17 now. His daughter explained that she was coerced by her mother. What effect does this sickening act have on children? Does anybody care? Why should we care? We need to care about the mothers, for they are more important than the children. Of course they are. I mean, you mean to tell me that your sorry excuse for the real cases not being brought forward because they would be afraid to come in if we started making arrests for false child sexual allegations, right? Where is your evidence of this? How can you even have evidence of such a preposterous assumption? How can you raise statistics or information on invisible victims that didn't come in? Did you pluck your information from the air? This weapon that is being used in the family courts is the atomic nuclear bomb, which is the catalyst for another type of metaphorical bomb, the hydrogen bomb. The backlash that these false sexual allegations needs to be severe. It needs to be swift. There needs to be justice. Children's lives and men's lives are being blown to pieces. Mothers are lying and causing psychological pain that can be compared to some of the worst types of torture that men and children can endure. Some men and children actually cannot endure this. And even if they do endure this pain, the nuclear fallout is fatal. It causes different types of cancer, such as separation anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, extreme depression, reduces the age of a man's lifespan, blood pressure problems, food disorders, cluster B disorders such as narcissistic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, through the fear of imagined abandonment and other psychological disorders. It really is a nuclear bomb indeed. The atomic bomb has caused a new mushroom in the sky. It has revealed the true nature of how mothers use their own children as nothing but objects. This mushroom cloud is clearly poisonous, but will be destroyed by a metaphorical bomb that is thousands of times more powerful. This is the Mgtow hydrogen bomb. The awareness that Mgtow has passed on to men is monumental and is progressing forward steadily. There is nothing that one can do to stop this awareness, an explosion of information that is and will be the cause of revolutionary change. We will not tolerate mothers that make false child sexual allegations, for doing so is a criminal act, punishable by criminal law. It is pathetic that one should even be asked to take it to the Supreme Court and sue for defamation. This costs too much money when all the evidence is there that it is clearly a false allegation made up only for gain with clear motive. A criminal is a criminal. False allegations are serious, malicious, heinous crimes, especially when it's a false child sexual allegation.